allow the children to attend the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun there the politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary.
Hello there. Yeah, good afternoon and welcome to Mayegun's Diary Politico this afternoon from wherever you are watching from. Yes, this is Mayegun Live. And thanks so much for those who have been waiting on the, on the queue. This is Mayegun Live. Yeah, I told you last night, because every episode, every video, every new video of Mayegun that you are watching, if you are lucky enough to watch, to see this live, so just know that every segment of it is the continuation of where we stopped last night, keeping the record, the development, and then the escalation of peaceful protest in Nigeria as the Nigerian government, as they have come to prove everybody right that indeed they had no plan. They had no plan to make any reform or fix anything, okay? And because they have no plan, they have tried to use other tricky ways to make it look like they have plan when they don't have any. And now that they are running out of patience, they are beginning to really come out of their shell to unleash violence on the peaceful protesters. Even Tifnumbu came out and said, well, the protest was very peaceful, and but it's becoming violent now, and therefore people should go home or be careful, blah, 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 blah. You know, one thing that I want us to know is this. A lot is going on the ground, though. A lot is going on. A lot. In fact, if I have to be honest to to all of you, the belief inside Aso Rock right now is that Tinubu is the one sponsoring the NSAS protest. As much as it is so obvious that even Tinubu himself will be a victim of it by the time the entire reform that the young people are demanding for in Nigeria comes to be. But in the power circle, within their presidency, within their coven over there, they believe that it is Tifnumbu that is sponsoring the protest in Nigeria. And that was why after 13 days, Tinubu had to make a long press statement, okay, denying that no, it has nothing to do with it and this and that. Now, the coordinated effort now is to make sure that they crush the they crushed the protest across the country. So they are going to use, they are already doing that. They are going to use their thugs, the usual political thugs, the people they pay. Like this young man that actually threatened the whole country. He threatened the people in Abuja, 2 days ago. And yesterday, they killed 2 people, 2 protesters. Today, they have killed about 3 protesters. Ibadan is boiling. Owerri is boiling. Aba is boiling. Enugu is boiling. Port Harcourt is boiling. Lagos is boiling. Everywhere is boiling now. But nobody knows where Buhari is. No one knows where he is. Not even the state governors can say. You know, they were telling you that they wanted to go and set up a judicial panel or panel of inquiry to probe SARS. Now, they are all going to back out from it. You can take this from me today. They expected all the 36 state governors to start the judicial panel of inquiry towards all the police brutality in Nigeria. 19 states from the north, their governor says they don't have any problem with SARS. In fact, they want SARS to remain, meaning whether you have been a victim of a police brutality in any part of the 19 states in the north, you will never get justice because your governors are never going to be part of that. Another joker, Yeye Bello came out and said, well, if NSAS protesters claim not to have leaders, he will be their leader and he's going to lead hundreds of thousands of youth to Abuja on the 24th of October, and he's going to go and meet the president. You see what they are trying to do? They are going to, this is more or less like the way they prepare for election, war. You know, election is war in Nigeria. So that is what they are about to do now, because they now realize that this is not just about SARS. In fact, it is about a systemic failure that has chained so many people, so millions of people, in that country. And if they should, by any chance, try to remove that chain, they will need to ask for the end of poverty. They will ask end to insecurity, and they will ask an end to the corruption, official corruption. And they know if people should begin to ask for that, they are going to lose out. Now, the governors, even the governors that are telling you that they support SARS, they are going to rise up against. And one of the two they are going to use now, because what they are sending to them from Abuja is that if there is any NSAS protest in your state, we are going to, and there is any violence, we are going to declare a state of emergency. We are going to appoint a military ruler that will take over your state. So the governors who don't want to lose their states, they are going to rise against NSAS in the next. But one thing is this: if the young people remain resolute, if the young people remain, steadfast and united, as they have been so far, every effort, violence or what have you, will be defeated by the goodwill of the people, because you have the number. They don't have the number. They only have violence. And as peaceful as you have been, and you have shown it to the whole world knows that the protesters in Nigeria are peaceful protesters, and the government and politicians and the police and so many other, terrorists in Nigeria who are working together to stop the protest. Because once that protest, if that protest should continue, there's possibility that Buhari will go. Okay, many of these state governors will go. Many of the National Assembly members will go. A lot of things will change. And those who are taking advantage of the system for years, for decades, including Obasanjo and co., they will lose out a lot. And that is something that's why many of them knows the gravity of what is going on in Nigeria, and they are introducing violence into it to make it worse. There are those who have introduced violence into it in order for us to make it at least, a worldwide thing, in a way that they can benefit from the anarchy, from the chaos. Nobody benefits from chaos. Nobody benefits from anarchy, except for those who have been orchestrating it from the beginning. Look at the Boko Haram fight. Look at the Fulani herdsmen. Can you see any much coordination from them anymore? Can you see that since this protest began, can you see the reduction in the attack and everything going on? It is because it has been proven that those who are behind insecurity, they say if insecurity lasted more than 48 hours, the government knows about it. Government knows about the Boko Haram terrorists. Government knows about the Fulani terrorists. Government knows about the bandits. Government knows about all the official terrorists, the politicians looting your money. They know everybody. And the only reason why it lasted this long is because the government, your government, is behind it. Past or present. Thank you so much, Adiola Ogunbowale, for your super sticker there. You have opened the chat this morning. So keep it coming. Thank you very much. So they are introducing violence into and by introducing violence, right, the state, the country is actually like, certifying extrajudicial killings from their police, which prompted the protest in the first place. The same government in Nigeria, out of nonchalant attitude, their own carelessness, or better still, their culpability, because they are behind it. They are instead of them to bring about the changes that the young people are demanding, they are introducing violence. And by introducing violence, they are creating chaos and anarchy. So when they tell you that Bokwari is commander-in-chief, he is not a commander-in-chief. He is actually a commander in chaos. A commander in chaos. And the one that said he is the leader of all Democrats in Nigeria, Tinubu, is already screwed. They have already screwed Tinubu. I actually feel sorry for some of you who, for some reason, you are attached to Tinubu one way or the other. You are deceived enough to actually get so attached to it. He is screwed already. Okay? They are putting this whole thing on him. They are going to put a lot of things on him. And it has always been the plan. The plan was that before 2023, all those you claim to be your political leaders in Yoruba land, they will be framed up for one crime or the other, including Tinubu. Many of them will either run away from Nigeria, or they will be standing trial or be in jail before 2023. So this NSAS protest is a shocker to them. They were not expecting anything like that. There were plans on how they were going to cage your Tinubu before 2023. After getting rid of Oshiomhole, they planted their mold that Tinubu made the chairman of APC then. But now, everything that goes on now, they put it on him. They will put it on so many of your leaders. And that will pitch your favorite politicians. Some of you were looking for respect, that we should respect criminals. We call them criminals. You call them leaders. But the criminals you want to respect, very soon, you will see many of them speaking against everything that they should be standing up for, including the security and protections of your region, Yoruba land. You will see those you worship, those you actually respect a lot. They will disappoint you, not because they really care in any way, not because they won't even disappoint you if they are paid to do it, but they will be blackmailed to do it this time around. And they will speak more against you than against the government that is against you. So Tinubu had to be forced out today to make a statement. The same way it was forced out to make a statement during a Edo election. He is screwed. So Bokwari can now be referred to as the commander in chaos of the Federal or Fulani Republic of Nigeria, whichever one that goes easier for you. They have unleashed soldiers. Soldiers are already beating and shooting people. I told you. The NSAS protest is now becoming a revolution, which I believe that it's actually like unraveling anyway. But look at how they have made the country, your country, peaceful protesters. Look at how they have made the country in a very short period of time, just within 48 hours. This young man, his name is Yusuf Yunusa. He was a PDP thug in Abuja. Then he became an APC thug. And since APC is still in power, he is now claiming to be the youth leader for the Gbagi people. Gbagi people are the indigenous owner of Abuja. This common thug, a young man, as he was actually so bold enough to meet the police, the same police that refused to meet the protesters, the same IG of Nigeria that refused to meet peaceful protesters with genuine demands, the same police IG sent AIG to go and meet with these miscreants who later unleashed terror on the people of Abuja. They have killed over 6 people in the last 48 hours. Yes, they have. They have destroyed they burned down over 200 cars in the last 48 hours. Uncountable are injured. This young man made that protest. Made this threat in front of the police IG in Nigeria, at the front of the police headquarters in Abuja, and he is still walking about. After making this threat, more than 6 people have been killed in Abuja alone. Watch this.
While we are here today, we want to submit our position paper. I want it extended to the IG. That what we want is not an end, but a reform. And we have given the IG 48 hours. Am I speaking your mind? Yes! 48 hours to clear these people off our streets. Because he's the IG of police. And only him holds the power to clear them. We should clear these people off our streets. We are the indigenous people as well as the residents of the city. We want them to go off our streets. Anybody that wants to protest should go to his mother's state. Am I speaking? Yes. We want to protest in Abuja from today. After 48 hours, we'll see anybody here, be it AYA, be it Baker, we will engage them. We don't know how far we will do that, but we will engage them. If the Nigerian police are not ready to help us, our mothers who want to sell corn, sell granite, they can no longer go to their business places. Just because some people have hijacked Nigeria. And again, their protests now have a political opportunity. We are no longer comfortable with them. When they started, we thought they mean well for Nigerians. But today, we have discovered that they mean no well. And we will go after them. Am I speaking your mind? Yes! I swear to God I make heaven and earth. And if I'm speaking for FCT indigenous people, after 48 hours, if the police cannot take care of these people, we will handle them by ourselves.
Yes!
So,
Yes.
For the media, I want to say we have given you, President, hand it over to him. Let it be that we have given to you and it's going to get to the IG. This is our position paper. If after 48 hours we still have so many people parading our streets, we will have the IG to blame. We will go after them and addition to
his name is Yusuf Yunusa. Okay, he's a thug for hire, a political thug for hire. Those who are always around Abuja, jobless, ill-educated, ill-informed, hungry, and lazy young men and women that the system ruined and destroyed. He is a product of that system. He is a product of that system, and he's not alone. They are in their millions. And they will continue to be the problem of that country until something drastic is done to curb and end a corrupt system that breeds its kind. Its kind are many. They are dangerous. They are lethal. They can kill, and they do kill. Just for 500 naira, 1,000 naira. You may not understand. This is how terrible it is. Listen to one protester. They say he's a pro-SARS protester. They pay them to go and attack genuine protesters, peaceful protesters. They paid them from between 500 naira and 1,500 naira. That's like saying they pay them £2 or £3 to go and kill human beings and destroy properties, when those who are protesting are fighting for better lives for the policemen in Nigeria. Like, if you ask them, why are you even fighting? What started this? They wanted the police officers in Nigeria to be taken care of with good salaries, with good working tools, with equipment, in order for them to protect the citizens without having to become the terror they have become. But with £3 each, £3 each, they were able to mobilize people to go out there and attack those who are demanding for that. And let me tell you something, for those who may not know how they are doing it. Right now, politicians, garage chairmen in Abuja, in other part of Nigeria, they are organizing, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, they are mobilizing people from Kano, from Zamfara, from all those core impoverished northern part of Nigeria. They were telling them that, do you know what they are telling them? They are loading them in trucks, moving them to Abuja. They said some Christians want to take over power from Buhari. They are not saying that it is about insecurity. It is about unemployment. It is about this corruption, monumental corruption, police brutality, and extortion, and all those. They are not telling them that. They are loading them in trucks, moving them to Abuja, because they told them that some Christians from southern Nigeria, they want to take over the presidency. They want to take over Abuja. And people are asking, where is Buhari? Where is he? Buhari. Listen to this guy so you have an idea what type of protester are attacking people in Abuja, in Lagos, in Ibadan, in Ekiti. You know what I mean? What in Benin? What kind of protesters are attacking people? What could be the motive behind all those attacks? Like, what could really be the motivation? Listen to this guy.
Go chop now, so we see what they start. That's how this for. And you see what made them stay. Go punish them. But you don't chop something now, so you just call your don't shout. Now the money and the money. They give you money, but of course now. They never pay. Or they will skip you so bad that they will shut out. But who go chat out now? Who they chat out? I don't go meet them. Who say I should go run now? No, I say you know the people who chat out. People where they send. Which government person? Which government person? APC. APC people. What did they do they are together? They join APC. All they are here.
So, that is one of the paid protests. I said, that the money of the follow. That the money of the follow. And it's true, the money is following. Look at him. He's probably in his mid-20s. A young man that should be productive in his prime, in his own prime. Look at him, he's chasing the money. How much is the money? 500 naira, 1,000 naira. To go and disrupt peaceful protests that can change his life. But we are talking about life. How much of life do they even know? Even the president, Buhari himself, where is he? Where? Your country is boiling right now. Where is he? Maybe you should let me make this pastor ask you. Maybe you can help.
Where is our president? Vice president is apologizing. He's writing letter. Where is our president? Oga Buhari, Baba Buhari, President Buhari. What will it take you, sir? Dear Mr. President, what will it take you? Your children are on the streets. They voted you in. What will it take you to stand up as a father? Not as a president, sir. As a father. Forget people writing script for you. And just say, my children, not fellow Nigerians, not citizens of Nigeria, my children, we have disappointed you. We have hurt you. We are sorry. If you really have a good intention, sir, what will it cost you, Mr. President, to say, my children, believe me as your president, give me 30 days. This shall be done. If this is not done in 30 days, I will resign. If this is not done in 6 months, I will resign. What will it cost you to do that? If you miss this opportunity, Mr. President, you miss an opportunity to write your name in a memorable way. This is the time for you to prove that you are a man of integrity. Rise up and bring the reform that the nation needs. Answers! Answers! End police brutality! End corruption! End bloodshed! End bad governance! We call for a new Nigeria!
I like that. I do. That's what I've been asking for. Yes, let the church leaders, religious leaders, the mosque leaders, let them be honest to their people, because they are the victims of bad governance. They are the victims of police brutality. They are the victims of official corruption. Say it to them and don't patch and use. Pastor was still being nice. Baba Buhari, Daddy Buhari, Uncle Buhari, we wish Buhari is alive. Honestly speaking, at this point, you will wish that Buhari is alive. You know what I mean now? People do say that if it was the Buhari of 2010, 2011, that he will not let this happen. You know what I mean now? Well, I don't know about that Buhari. I just know that, you know, a country led by criminals will never, ever make any meaningful progress, but mirage, fake progress that it can be, you know, it's never going to be that honest. And that is why they are going on the streets, paying people like this.
So these are the guys in Wuye. That's their boss, the red boss. There's a jeep parked there. A woman just came down from the jeep, a policewoman, and that jeep is unmarked. It doesn't have any license plate, so I don't know. She went under the tree with the boys, so I don't know what they are discussing. They've regrouped. They are under this tree here. This is Wuye. The woman is addressing them. That's the bus that they came down from, and the bus is still running. The engine is running. That black Toyota Corolla too is parked there strategically. I don't know what he is doing there, but that is the jeep that has been parked there unmarked. I cannot zoom further than this, but they are surrounding a woman in police uniform in an unmarked car, and there's a guy standing at the junction with a gun on plain clothes also.
Police in Nigeria organizing thugs that will go and attack peaceful protesters. So where do you think we should actually even start from? In understanding that whatever they are telling you, whatever the government is saying, whatever the politicians are saying about what they are doing about ending SARS, it's all mirage, it's all lies. The same people telling you that they are working to bring to stop a bad policeman from harassing and assaulting and causing all this bodily harm to an average Nigerian. The same police, they have money to go and pay thugs. Police, imagine if you are a thug, and the next person, one senior police officer, is meeting with you, telling you that don't worry, you will be protected. Just go there, attack them. Kill anybody that you can kill, okay? Yeah, Mr. President approve of it. Don't worry. Imagine how you are going to feel as a thug. You're just going to be like, oh boy, well, this is a career. I never know, say, to be a thug, a violent thug, is actually a career in Nigeria that even the police in Nigeria endorse. That is the shame we are talking about, right? Let me stop by in about today in Lagos. They have we have heard the report that they have killed one person. I don't know how many numbers at this hour. Okay. In Ibadan, they have killed 3 people. In Benin, they killed 2 people yesterday. And the thugs, the sponsored thugs who went yesterday, perpetuated the jailbreak in Benin yesterday, White House in Benin yesterday. They haven't stopped. They have continued. Meanwhile, everyone knows where the protesters are. The peaceful SARS protesters, they know where they are. They are never in anywhere close to prison yard or close to police stations, but they have been burning police stations too in order to target on the peaceful protesters. Meanwhile, police are killing them as well. In Benin, in Owerri, the people actually came out in Imo State to celebrate the failure of government too. Today in Abuja, early this morning, they mobilized their policemen to the airport road because they know that the protesters will be going to the airport to shut down the international airport. So they put their soldiers on. This is what it looks like this morning.
Go!
But they still block road. They don't allow people to drive.